going on, guys? It's the Poster64 back here again with another Godzilla figure review. Guys, today we are taking a look at the SH MonsterArts Godzilla from Godzilla Vs Kong. I know it's been a while since I did the unboxing for this figure, so I apologize for the delay on the review. I just wanted to be able to wait till I got the Kong in so I could do a size comparison for you guys. So that is why that has been delayed. Set the figure back here for just a quick second. We'll take a quick look at the box. So they went with this weird kind of rainbowy neon pattern in the background. Doesn't look bad, it's just as interesting how they did this with the Godzilla and the Kong boxes. You got the SH MonsterArts, MonsterVerse logos, Bandai and whatnot down there. A couple other logos along here. Nothing too special on the side. Back, we had Godzilla. You can see him here, and he's got a couple of different poses here. All sorts of goodies that I can't understand. That, and here's the bottom of the box for you guys if anyone cares to see that. Got a little bit of dirt on it or something. And then there's the top for you. So, getting the box out of the way, bust out the figure. And this guy's been a little bit kind of, I don't know if controversial is exactly the right word, but he's been a little bit talked about more than others due to a few things. One of the complaints I've heard is this guy, there are some spaces, I know back there, where he, he's got a few he's got weird little gaps. So, they definitely didn't do the most amazing job on some segments, especially where the tail connects to the body. In terms of the spacing, a lot of gaps in there. Front looks fine though, it looks good from the front. And then the other big thing I've kind of heard people talk about complaining wise is the mouth. And I have seen some pictures that look pretty not great. I know some people have kind of been getting better and some people have been getting worse mouths. I know some people really hated the blue and some people looked at honestly kind of bad. But this one seems to have pretty decent paint in the mouth. It looks like we have a little bit of, you can kind of see that glimmer right over this kind of brow there. But it's barely noticeable. It's actually more noticeable on camera than it is in person. So that's not really too much of an issue. But aside from those couple smaller complaints, the mouth, I don't love the fact that the entire mouth's super blue. They could have done something a little better with that. Tail feels a little short. I don't think it's too bad, but feels slightly shorter than some of the other ones, the King of the Monsters, Godzilla perhaps. And that's about it, guys. But I really do like the spines on this guy. They look awesome. Check out some of the detail we have on here. Really awesome blue coming through. It would have been cool if we got some blue kind of, coming down into Godzilla's body like we saw when his spines were really supercharged. But that's not too bad of a complaint at all. Spines look great. The lineup of them looks fine. These two are a little out of line, but that's not too much of a problem. Coming down the tail, spines look great. No fade out or anything too bad on there, so that looks amazing. I really like that. And then I'm really a huge fan of these hands. We kind of saw Godzilla's hands do this really crazy move and grip stuff when he's roaring there toward the very end of the movie. So that's kind of what his hands are. They do come with another set of hands. I'm not going to throw them on the figure right now. I will show them really quickly. They're just right here. Pretty standard. They look fine. Good sculpt, good detail on them. The nails look great. Trying to see if that'll come into focus a little bit or anything, but yeah. So the other set of hands looks awesome. So I just decided to put this set of hands on them because they look a little different than the regular standard hands I have on the other couple of figures. They come out really easily. Oops, sorry, they come out really easily. You just pop them right off and stick the other ones on. In terms of articulation, guys, so obviously we have a couple of neck joints here, so you can get some decent side to side, some up and down out of the head. This joint doesn't move too much right here. I'm talking about this joint right here. You do get some movement at this joint here. You can get a little bit of little side to side kind of, but some decent up and down for sure. At the torso, again, some more up and down, some more side to side. So all together, he can kind of look pretty far up, and he can look pretty not super far down, but he definitely look dead ahead. At the tail, you obviously get some good rotation out of here. Pretty decent bend. I don't like forcing the SH MonsterArts figures, but you can get some good decent bend out of it, despite whichever direction it points. It bends a little better this way than the other way. Arms, got a couple of different points of articulation. Obviously here, at the elbow, you got great movement, and then you do have some wrist as well. You can get some good up and down. So you can get him, you know, doing some slashy motion with his claws. You know, do all sorts of very posable hands, legs. Got some good movement at the hip there. Kind of go from out here to back. Knees got some articulation. Feet got some articulation. And I have seen people kind of pose this guy, kind of down, crawling around like he does in the movie. So you can definitely get that pose a little bit out of him. Doesn't look too bad. It would have been cool if they actually made him posable so that he could actually do that better instead of, people have just kind of fudged it, but it'd been cool if they had actually gone ahead and made that so that he could actually crawl, but they'd probably have to pop his legs really wide and do some weird stuff with him. In terms of sizing, guys, let me grab the ruler here, show you. So bottom to top, almost exactly at the 6-inch mark. If I stretch the tail out straight from kind of nose down, he's right almost at a foot, probably closer to about 11 inches, give or take. So that being said, obviously he will scale really well with a lot of different figures. I grabbed a couple of them to show you guys. First we'll check out the Kong. Scale's pretty, let me put the hand down here. Kong's hand down so you can see their heads a little bit, or their head levels. So this scaling is actually really awesome. Pretty darn close. I know Godzilla might be a tad taller, maybe we want scaling right there, but this actually looks really good. So definitely no complaints on the scaling with the SH MonsterArts Kong. I also decided to grab the Playmate Kong. So that scaling is a little bit worse because this Kong is a little bit bigger, but he'll definitely scale pretty fine with any of the Playmate stuff. This is the Bandai Japan Kong from Godzilla vs Kong. So this guy's obviously definitely a little too big, but the scaling's not horrible. They can stand pretty evenly together. They look fine if you wanted to do something with them. It's not the end of the world. And then I did grab one more SH MonsterArts Mechagodzilla. He scales all right with this guy. Obviously, the actual, you know, the 74 Mechagodzilla is supposed to be much smaller than this Godzilla anyways. But in terms of scaling him for an even fight, this scaling works pretty darn well. So they will scale pretty well with pretty much anything 6-inch. He'd scale fine with any NECAs you have as well. I just didn't grab any. So guys, I just want to give you just run the figure past the camera one more time. Take a look at the detail. The eyes look really awesome. I like the eyes. Front on, he looks good. I know sometimes it's hard to get you see Godzilla so often from the profile. Sometimes sculpts are hard to get looking good from the front, but this guy looks awesome, I think. Good scale detail. Feet look great. I love the claws. You know, they're not super different than the body, but they're, you know, the texture, even just a change of texture makes them stand out and just look really awesome, totally bony and cool. Again, the spine's awesome. The detail on them looks great. There's no bad paint fade out on the spines as you make your way down the tail. Like I said, the tail does feel a little small, but nothing too bad. So this is the Godzilla 2021 from Godzilla vs Kong. Definitely recommend picking it up if you're at all interested. He's available now from a couple of stores. I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store for about $80. I think it's well worth it. I know some people kind of complained that the quality dropped on this guy by a little bit, and he's definitely not the best SH MonsterArts. Didn't mention mouth articulation. He's not the best SH MonsterArts figure out there for sure, but I think the price kind of reflects that. Only $80 is not too bad for an SH MonsterArts figure. So I think if you're interested, I think you won't be disappointed. If you think you might be disappointed, I might stay away from this guy, but I'm definitely glad I picked him up. Very happy to have him on the shelf. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be getting the Kong video up soon, so stay tuned. We'll talk about this guy. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.